Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is a very unlucky politician. I'm saying this because 2027 was going to be the year for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka was going to easily defeat William Samoei Arap Ruto in the presidential elections. But because of Kalonzo Musyoka's mistakes, I doubt if elections were to be held today, Kalonzo Musyoka can even be number 2 or 3. I doubt, because of his own political mistakes. By last year, it was obvious that Raila Odinga was going to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka for the presidency. Raila Odinga even took Kalonzo Musyoka to Bondo and endorsed him. What followed, I don't know. But what I know is that Kalonzo Musyoka, even the way he went to Bondo, and I remember explaining on this platform that if I were Kalonzo Musyoka on that day, that was the day for me to take the entire Luo nation with me. Because Raila Odinga provided him with a platform, organized an event for him in Bondo as a family. Kalonzo Musyoka came all the way from Ukambani to Bondo without much impact. If I were Kalonzo, and for those who watch this channel, I explained, if I were Kalonzo at that time, I would have landed in Kisumu, spent my night in Royal Swiss Hotel, began my journey to Bondo from there. First stop, Kondele, address the gathering there because the people were really waiting for him. Go to Kisian, address the rally there. Go to Ndori, where Dwar was buried, address a rally there. Then move to Bondo. By the time Kalonzo Musyoka was reaching Bondo, if I were him, my first convoy would be in Bondo, the last one in Kisian. I would have organized ODM leaders from across Nyanza to accompany me. I would have organized the entire Ukambani leadership to accompany me. I think from that moment, Raila Odinga never saw seriousness in Kalonzo Musyoka. By last year, it was also obvious that Uhuru Kenyatta was going to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. But because Kalonzo Musyoka is not strategic enough, he didn't realize that Uhuru and Rigathi were not singing the same song. And Kalonzo Musyoka then decided to ride on the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua without considering Uhuru Kenyatta factor. Of course, as we speak, Rigathi Gachagua is now more powerful, more popular as the opposition leader compared to Kalonzo Musyoka. He failed to do that. And because of that, Uhuru Kenyatta is now likely to support. Of course, he's going to support Fred Matiang'i's presidency or presidential bid in 2027, which is going to form the basis of this analysis. Of course, apart from Raila and Uhuru, age also favored Kalonzo Musyoka because Raila Odinga was going to retire. Uhuru Kenyatta was not eligible to run. From this side, we had Wajakoya the fifth, we had Kalonzo, we had Martha Karua, who else? Eugene Wamalwa. It was going to be obvious that Kalonzo was just going to be given a running mate from the Luo nation. That was going to be the end of story. So that's gone. Age favored Kalonzo. Of course, Kalonzo also has that experience, having served as a vice president of the Republic of Kenya, having served as a cabinet minister for foreign affairs, Raila Odinga's running mate on 2 occasions. Experience also favored Kalonzo Musyoka. And of course, he has the solid support of the Kamba, which means when Kalonzo is a presidential candidate, he comes with the Kamba vote. So it meant Raila was only going to give him the ODM support base, maybe plus a running mate. But I doubt if that's going to happen. But in this video, I want us to understand why Uhuru Kenyatta has now decided not to support Kalonzo Musyoka, but Fred Matiang'i. You all know and followed the other day how government bloggers were on the neck of Matiangi. It means the entry of Matiangi is also a serious threat to William Samoei Arap Ruto. But the question is, why would Uhuru Kenyatta opt to support Fred Matiang'i and not Kalonzo Musyoka? Before we get into all those details, allow me to also take the opportunity to introduce you guys to Karotex computers. If you are looking for reliable and quality computers and accessories, then Karotex computers is the place to go. They offer both brand new and refurbished laptops, desktops, tablets, and other computer accessories. They are located at Nairobi Bazaar Plaza along Moi Avenue, Mezzanine, first floor, room number 7, unit 3. They deliver nationwide, which means you can conveniently place your order using their website, which is pinned in the comment below. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to be a bit brief. Why would Uhuru Kenyatta settle on Fred Matiang'i and not Kalonzo Musyoka? Because initially, Uhuru Kenyatta had planned to support Kalonzo Musyoka. In fact, even in the Azimio agreement, the plan was Raila Odinga to serve 1 term, then Kalonzo Musyoka. But why is Uhuru Kenyatta now not keen? Number one, I think it is the failure by Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to show seriousness. Most people think it's a joke. But Kalonzo Musyoka has not shown commitment. Kalonzo Musyoka has not shown commitment towards his 2027 presidential elections or presidential bid. Let me give you my own example. I've been on record that I really wanted to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. I even reached out to them. Some of his people even tried hooking us up. Initial stages there. Nothing. I didn't want anything. For me, what I wanted, I just wanted to organize an event for Kalonzo in my village. I made it very clear here. Because I felt Kalonzo needed to get out of Ukambani. Last week, Kalonzo Musyoka was in Ukambani. He organized some event there. How was the turnout? Can you even compare Kalonzo Musyoka's events to those of George Natembeya? Or to the ones Salasia is now organizing? He is Salasia joking around with in Luya Nation. Kalonzo was in Kajiado. When Rigathi was in Kajiado and addressed a rally, William Ruto went to the toilet sometimes back. Forget about this one where they heckled him. In my view, people are running away from Kalonzo Musyoka because he's not shown seriousness. When Raila Odinga organized for him that event, he went there just like a guest. Joking. Presidential candidate must be serious. I've always explained here that if Kalonzo Musyoka wants to become the president of the Republic of Kenya, there is no need for Mike Sonko to be outside of Kalonzo's camp. Because someone like Mike Sonko can really help Kalonzo. There was no hope, there was no reason for Kalonzo to continue clinging on to, are you aware that Jojo Duor, who has been Raila Odinga's bodyguard all these years, providing even security to Kalonzo, passed on? Kalonzo did not see the need to come. Forget about Ruto coming. Kalonzo did not see the need to just come. You see, you send signals by those small things. It's a small issue, but there's a way people see seriousness in you. The second reason why Uhuru has opted for Fred Matiang'i other than Kalonzo Musyoka is because of Rigathi Gachagwa's factor. What is Rigathi Gachagwa's political interest? Clear. William Ruto. What is his other political interest? To retain power. Kalonzo ought to have realized that as much as Rigathi Gachagua is very powerful currently, he needed also the support of Uhuru Kenyatta. And of course, by the time Rigathi was being impeached, he was at a disadvantaged position. So he needed the support of Kalonzo Musyoka. But Kalonzo Musyoka ought to have told him that, I'm supporting you, but I'm also with Uhuru Kenyatta. Rigathi enjoys the support of the mountain. Is Kalonzo sure that he will translate those support to him? Because for Uhuru Kenyatta, he would have easily done that. And also based on the nature of Rigathi Gachagwa's politics, beyond Mount Kenya, a lot of people don't take him seriously. Of course, Kalonzo was also in a very delicate situation, balancing between Uhuru and Rigathi. The third reason why Uhuru is opting for Fred Matiang'i, I think, is because of Kalonzo Musyoka's failure to unite Azimio. Let's assume Raila Odinga left Azimio, which he did. No problem, he left. How many Azimio parties were left? Karua, Eugene, Wajakoya the fifth. Who else? Even Uhuru Kenyatta, let's include Jubilee there. Karua left, right? He's been with Kalonzo, but she left. So what stopped Kalonzo from stopping Karua from leaving? Wajakoya the fifth left. Which means Kalonzo was left with Eugene Wamalwa and Jeremiah Kioni. Those two are puppets of Uhuru Kenyatta. Eugene will go where Uhuru Kenyatta will direct him. Kalonzo Musyoka should be told that. Eugene Wamalwa will go where Uhuru will tell him. Which means Eugene will go with Matiangi. Jeremiah Kioni has already left Kalonzo. His failure to unite Azimio. And I think the most important reason why Uhuru has left Kalonzo is because of Kalonzo's failure to secure the support of Raila Odinga. Why do you think Kalonzo failed to secure the support of Raila Odinga? Is it because of William Ruto? Is it because of why? Why? Let me ask you, why do you think Kalonzo failed to secure the support of Raila Odinga? Because Uhuru realized that without the support of Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka is headed nowhere. And that's why he's bringing in Fred Matiang'i. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.